Follow the Money Weekly presents your precious metals market update. Here's Tom Cloud.
Hey, good day, Jerry. It's great to be back on. There's been quite a week in gold, especially. We found out on Thursday that about $25 million worth of futures had been bought in the Chicago pit by, the rumor is, we think it's a major bank that's bought it, but they put up about $6.7 million. That's controlling about $31 million of gold on a long bias, maturities in August. So we're starting to see this thing moving pretty quick. Every day becomes more sure that we're going to have quantitative easing, we're going to have money printing, and not just the swaps and derivatives, but we're actually seeing them crank up the money machines in Europe, and of course that's going to carry over here. A lot of questions came in this week, people calling saying, with gold going up 11% the first month of the year, should I just wait a few months to buy gold? And my answer is certainly there's going to be times over the next 2 months where gold's going to pull back at some point. You don't have any bull market where it just keeps going up. But I don't see any reason to wait. I mean, we're looking at a 30% plus year this year, in my opinion, in the opinion of most experts in this field. And because it's already gone up 11%, should not deter the investor from coming in. There's just no other places to put your money, and quite a few articles out on mainstream America finally getting interested in gold. And then you see the central banks and large banks doing what I mentioned a minute ago. So, no, I don't think there's reason to wait, and yet I know there will be times that gold will pull back. And, you know, the petrodollar situation continues to be talked about with India and China, Iran. I mean, that just gets more and more realistic that it could happen and probably will happen. With these relations that we have with Iran and Israel, we know something is going to happen at some point. You can't just keep talking about it. So all these things really, really favor gold over any other investment there is. And economic news keeps coming out that is inflationary bias, and I don't see that changing in an election year. Silver has just been incredible. You know, you get a 25% run this year in silver in just over a month, and same question coming in, should I wait? And then you seeing geological studies coming out as late as last week still saying that silver supply in the ground, in the world, at current consumption rates are less than a 7-year supply. And I heard a statement recently saying that silver would be the first element depleted from the element chart from our old chemistry days in high school. And when you think about that, consumption could go up, especially the Chinese willing to buy it and store it for future needs for electronics in the industrial world. I would not be surprised to see some of these $50, $60, or even $100 an ounce on silver in the next 18 months. And, of course, we had an email out about that this week from Stephen Lee, the renowned money manager, who thinks silver will hit $100 this calendar year, 2012. So silver, once again, I think you just have to buy it. And, yes, it will be more volatile than gold as it has been, but the bias right now is for it to go straight up. And certainly, I've said many times, the supply situation is worsening all the time, and we're still hear suppliers telling us there'll be a time this year where they either won't take orders because they don't have the silver, or if they do take orders, they'll be delayed. So we're still able to deliver stuff right now in a very timely fashion. So silver is definitely something you should be adding to your portfolio at this price, and expect silver to go a lot higher this year, even with some pullbacks. And our palladium has really, really come up, as we talked about. We're almost back to where we gave the buy signal on August the 4th. And I still think over the next 7 weeks, we're going to go up another 15% and go over 800. So for people that haven't bought palladium, it's a great time to go in for money you may need later in the year. And while no one can guarantee you'll make 10 or 15% net in 6 or 7 weeks, the charts certainly look like you will. And on platinum, I am starting to sell people. I'm just not putting out an official buy signal, but unofficially, for people who want to have platinum within $200 of gold now coming back up, I feel very comfortable adding platinum very slowly to your precious metals portfolio. And I do think that platinum will catch back up with gold before the end of 2013, if not in 2012. And as we've said in platinum, there's two choices, or three choices: fungible storage on the certificate, or the new Australian platypus coin that's beautiful, or platinum COMEX bars. So with that, if anybody needs to talk to me, I can be reached at 800-247-2812. Once again, that's 800-247-2812. If you're not receiving my emails that I send out 2 to 4 days a week, keeping you updated on economic events as well as buy and sell signals on metal, we keep your name completely confidential, and you can sign up through that by going to ftmdaily.com and hitting on the precious metals button and signing up. So with this week's Precious Metals Market Update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.
All right, well, Tom Cloud is a precious metals advisor. He's been in the business for about 35 years, helping over 10,000 people all over the country. He can be reached at 800-247-2812. That is 800-247-2812. When you call, tell him that you heard about him on Follow the Money Weekly Radio. He'll throw in free shipping and insurance on your entire order. And if you are not currently on his email list, again, I would recommend that you go over to ftmdaily.com, click on the Precious Metals button, and fill out your name and your email address, and he'll put you on his distribution list where you'll receive buy and sell signals for gold and silver and just interesting articles for metals investors. You'll enjoy that absolutely positively free.